Hi, we get a lot of questions on how to wax your bowstring and what you should use to wax it. Now, we use the Brownell wax. This is the new formulated wax. BCY makes a really good wax, and there are some other companies out there like Scorpion Venom. They have some really good wax too. And all you want to do is get a little bit of wax out of your tube, apply it onto your string, just so where you can see it. You don't want a whole bunch of wax on there, but you just want enough to where you can see it, so that way you don't waste as much. And then what you do, I start rubbing it in with my fingers. And now this being the newer wax, it doesn't take much at all to rub it into your string. With a little bit of heat, you'll actually see the wax disappearing from your fingers. And what's happening is that the heat, as you're rubbing, allows that wax to get really soft, and it absorbs right into the string. And that will also not only protect the outside of the string, but actually as the wax goes into the string fibers and stuff, it'll keep them nice and moist, and it'll keep your string, it'll help it last a lot longer when it's waxed. Take a little piece of thread and just loop it over the top of your string, and then just pull it nice and gently down the string. And what you're doing here is you're removing all that excess wax that you do not need. And if you don't remove that wax, what will happen is when you go outside and start shooting and the wind's blowing, or even if you just lay your bow down, you could get dirt on this wax. And what will happen is, in areas where there's a cable slide or a roller guard, that dirt will actually stick in those areas. It'll stick either onto the string permanently or into the Teflon slide, or in a roller guard area too. It could stick onto bury it harder into the string, and it'll be really abrasive. So you'll see a lot of fuzzy and a lot of hairs and stuff in those areas, and what you're doing is you're just causing more damage every time you draw, and it's just like a little piece of sandpaper. And you definitely don't want to ruin your string. And then what you also can do is take a little cloth, a soft cloth, and you can put the wax on your string. And I use like old socks, or any nice little soft cloth will work. But you can take and just put a little wax on your string, and you can just work it up and down nice and easy. You don't want to get too much pressure, because you don't want to start tearing up the fibers on the outside of your string. You just want to be able to work it back and forth till you feel, like I said, that little bit of heat is all it takes for that string to be absorbed, or that wax to be absorbed into the string. And usually with the soft cloth, you don't have to worry about too much wax, because it will be absorbed into the cloth also. See, now there was no excess wax that came off. But you definitely always want to do the string, just to be on the safe side. And that is pretty much the ins and outs of how to wax your bowstring.